All right, what's up, Spaceship Earth? Thanks for tuning in. We got another awesome episode for you today on none other than Ron the Scumbag. Coming to you from the Sunshine State, I'm here in sunny South Florida. But first, I want to give a shout out to the blue. I'm always drinking the blue. I know you can't see it, but I have blue in my coffee. Check out quantumcollective.world. Get the Quantum Protocol. It is our methylene blue. We have one of the purest sources around. Don't be fooled by Amazon and other sources. And our true full spectrum hemp oil from my organic farm in North Carolina. Those two are by far the best health supplements that we can offer, as well as organic ancient grains and a lot of other amazing supplements like fulvic minerals to get out stuff I can't even say on YouTube. So check out quantumcollective.world, drink the blue, quantumcollective.world. Now let's get to Mr. Ron D. Scumbag. I did a whole video on Ron about, I don't know, 3 months ago that talked about his connection and who he is and where he served in Guantanamo Bay for all those years, 4 years, in the torture rooms with the prisoners, and how he served in Iraq. He was in charge of the antiquities, including Delta Force and Special Forces. I have that video. You can check the videos below. Also subscribe and link, get these videos information out there. So Ron Desantis is now governor of Florida, and he's doing a lot of things that on the surface look good, but as we dug deeper into Mr. Ron Desantis, the scumbag, we found out that he is secret society. He is the Elohim Society. And I showed in one of my videos that he was still listed on the website, but they've taken most of the information down. But you could find this information yourself. Always do your own homework. Always do your due diligence. Don't always take what I say for face value. I like to share the articles and links and everything with you, but do your own research. That's how we learn best. So let's jump into some things that I found over the last few months that Mr. the Scumbag is doing. On the surface, looks good, right? And that's sort of the game that these politicians play. They're going to do some good stuff. Like everyone's like, oh, Trump's doing good. He's doing this with taxes and he's doing great. But then he pushed Operation Warp Speed, which he pushed that, right? And so did Ron. We'll get into that in a minute. But these are the shenanigans and the two-faced politicians, and you can't trust any of them. That's why we have to bring it back to community. We have to bring it back to being sustainable for our family, our friends, and to get off this system. We are not going to be some transhumanist society. We're not staring to the orb. We're not doing any of that shit. So let me share my screen here and share a couple articles I found, which I'm sure you will find interesting as well. And here we go to the first one, which is Governor Ron Desantis bans CBDCs, which is central bank digital currencies. We hear a lot of talk about this right now. FedNow did start last month. That is the FedNow, which Zelle, PayPal, Venmo are all part of it. You can see this rolling out over the next few months, the next few years. And this is how they're going to try to get people onto a digital currency, which is digital ID. And they're going to attach some carbon credit to it. And they're going to control how you eat, control what you're doing. And this is already starting in places like New York, California. They've already rolled this out in Whole Foods. You can check out the videos to talk about that. But let's listen to what Mr. Ron D. Scumbag says here. And in this video right here, and just so you can hear, let me share that. What does Mr. Ron D. Scumbag say about CBDCs?
Today is because we want to protect your financial independence. We want to protect your financial privacy. And you've seen over the last however many years, particularly with things like COVID, you've seen governments really crack down on people's ability to exercise their basic rights. If you remember when the truckers in Canada were protesting those draconian vax mandates, they were raising money, they were doing things. People were getting their bank accounts frozen. The charities were getting frozen, and that was done by the Canadian government. And so you see, this is the type of power that some of these governments want to exercise. Now, we've always thought, hey, that could never happen in America. But I think we've seen over the last few years just how fragile the freedoms are. And I think you see there's a lot of people gunning for freedom here in the United States because it conflicts with their ideology.
Well said. It's very refreshing to have a major...
See his body language, how he says it like sarcastically. And you see how, governments come down and do that. you have to be aware of body language and talk like that. So yeah, on the surface, it's looking like he's doing something good, right? Let's jump to another article here. And this one is another great article. I'm glad he's doing it, but we're going to talk about the underlying red flags of this. Florida Governor Ron Desantis signs Let Kids Be Kids package of bills governing transgender surgeries, pronouns, and bathroom usage. Now, this whole topic is just trash. It's garbage with this him, her, she. I don't even know what the hell that stuff means. God created man, God created woman, and that's it. There is no in between. I know they're giving the kids and adults toxic chemicals, and they're like giving them hormones and all sorts of stuff from the food supply, which is why you got to secure the food now. But this whole push is by a very, very small, select group. You know, this is not a big, wide range of transgenders running around. Although you're starting to see them, I see them at gas stations, and they're just confused. I feel really sorry for them, actually. But this whole transgender, you know, cancel culture, fact-checking crap is garbage. So Florida Governor DeSantis, you know, he signed a series of bills this week that he refers to as the Let Kids Be Kids package, among other things. It seeks to protect children from being targeted by those who want to push risky sex change operations on them. Now, this is great, but what about Disney World, which I know he knows what's going on at Disney World? All the pedophilia, all the satanic stuff that's going on there. Oh, we're going to have to do a whole video on that. He knows what's going on. He is Elam Society, the secret society Elam. Check it out. It's higher than the Knights of Malta. It's one of the highest ranking secret societies in the world, this guy. So you got to be red flag every time he's doing something good. Yes, it's good on the surface, and I'm happy he's doing it. But what about the other things like Disney and other things that he hasn't done anything to help kids, like child trafficking and child sex trafficking, things like that, that are happening in every state across the board. But specifically with this, he signed a bill, and that's a good thing. But be aware, it's a red flag, because none of these people are good. None of these people are good. This is on naturalnews.com. Let's jump to another article here. Florida Governor D. Scumbag signs a sweeping anti-immigration bill. Now, this, I know for a fact is happening. We have a farmer local here who literally overnight, when they passed this summer, lost like 100 workers. They basically can charge up to 15 years in prison for anyone employing an illegal alien. So we've had lots of illegals, you know, Mexican, Guatemalan, what have you, leave the state. And another radical thing, you know, he's banning digital currency. He's protecting the kids. And now he is being very hard on the migrant situation, which we have an invasion going on at the border, which most people know about. I would expect watching this video. It's getting worse. They literally are taking down the wall. I've seen videos of them taking down the wall. I've seen videos, so many videos of what's going on down there, but no one's talking about it. But so again, another red flag. So here's three really big issues that Mr. Ron the Scumbag himself is being the good guy. So that's a red flag right there, because we know he's not a good guy. So the question is this: why is he doing it? Maybe it's because all the really good, passionate people that have money, the good Americans, are moving to Florida, and it's getting all the people, all the good families from all over the country, all over the world, who want to stand for freedom to the state of Florida. Because besides Texas, I don't know what other state is pushing stuff like this, like Ron is. So you got to ask yourself, is this a big honeypot, a big honey trap, where he's passing all these laws now to get all the good Americans left in America here with money, and then at some point he's going to drop that hammer? Now, that's my premonition. I believe that's what's going on. I don't trust him. His record does not prove that. His actions now look good, but it's red flags. It's red flags. There's thousands, hundreds of thousands of people that moved to Florida the last couple of years since COVID lockdown. So we know that this may be a honeypot, because all these people are moving to Florida now because they think it's one of the last free states. And as of right now, Florida's looking pretty good. Listen, I'm here in Florida. But I want to share one more thing with everyone today. Just to remind yourself, this is a video of Mr. Ron the Scumbag himself at the very beginning.
So here's, I think, the most important thing with the data.
COVID. So I want you to check this video out. and you be the judge of Mr. Ron Desantis.
If you are vaccinated, fully vaccinated, the chance of you getting seriously ill or dying from COVID is effectively zero. If you look at the people that are being admitted to hospitals, over 95% of them are either not fully vaccinated or not vaccinated at all. And so these vaccines are saving lives. They are reducing mortality. Mortality in nursing homes since we rolled out the vaccines in December is down over 95% due to COVID. Mortality for elderly people since we rolled out the vaccines is down nearly 90%. And so we're proud in Florida that we put seniors first on that because they were the most vulnerable. We have 85% of our.
All right, so just like Mr. Trump here pushing the Operation Warp Speed, Mr. Ron, the scumbag, also pushed that agenda. So I'll leave you with this. Get the blue. It shields you from you know what. You cannot get sick. You cannot get viruses. Drink the blue. QuantumCollective.world. Check us out. Like and share the video. Leave your comments below. I'd love to hear your thoughts on this. But be aware, Ron the scumbag is a red flag. Mark my words. Time will tell. Peace be with you all. See you soon.